Hi, I'm Dr. Rod Newton, and this is the instructional video for the 5 master skills. And you can go right to the recorded exercise and do the 10-minute recording. And if you just did that every day for a period of time, let's say 3 weeks, it will develop these skills and help develop the master state so that everything you do will be more effective. What this instructional video does is helps you to understand a little more so that you know what you're doing, which will, when you're doing it, which will make it probably more powerful. But more importantly, I'm hoping to inspire you and motivate you to do it every day, 10 minutes a day, so that you can get the benefits of this. So the 5 master skills I'll go through, and then I'll talk more about the master state that they produce, which is a state of presence, a state of in the moment, a state of awakeness, awareness. You'll understand it more once we go through the 5 different skills. And the first skill is awareness. And awareness is just pure awareness. Sometimes we're more aware and sometimes we're less aware. Sometimes I feel like I'm sleepwalking. I'm dimly aware of what's happening compared to other times when I'm vividly aware of what's happening. And we can cultivate the ability to become more aware. Right now, you're probably becoming more aware just by us talking about this. You may be more aware of what your senses are bringing in, or your body sensations, or your thoughts, or your emotions. There's a lot of things that you can become more aware of. But the first thing is, how aware are you? That's a skill that you can cultivate. Then the second skill is the ability to direct that awareness so that you can choose what you're aware of. So for example, right now you could become aware of your breathing. Now you probably weren't aware of your breathing before I said that, but now you've directed your awareness to your breathing. Now, as soon as you start directing your awareness and you bring in volition, you need to bring in this third skill in order to be effective. And that third skill is relaxation. Because anytime we start to do something, we'll unconsciously tense up. And the more we can relax while we direct our awareness, the more effective we'll be able to be. Because when we tense up, when we're directing our awareness, that kind of mucks up the works. So first skill, awareness. Second skill, directed awareness. Third skill, relaxation. That allows a deepening of the directed awareness into concentration, which is the fourth skill. Now the difference between directed attention and concentration is the difference between a 100-watt light bulb and a 100-watt laser light. Now, same 100 watts, same energy, but in a light bulb it's diffuse, and in a laser beam you just line up those, you concentrate and line up those beams into one powerful concentrated beam, and 100 watts of laser can burn through an inch of steel. So it's quantumly more powerful to concentrate your directed attention than it is just to direct your attention. It's a little bit like those, if you put a magnifying glass and you focus the light from the sun and concentrate it on a particular area on a piece of paper, it'll start it on fire. You can't do that without concentrating the sunlight. Now, when you concentrate, just like directed attention, you need to relax. The more you concentrate, the more you need to let go. Now, letting go is to relaxing the way concentration is to directed attention. It's quantumly more. The way we're talking, the way we're using the words letting go, for the skill of letting go, we're talking about a quantumly magnified state of relaxation. And we all have that experience of times in our lives where we just let go. Sometimes we didn't even know we were hanging on. But that profound level of letting go is life-changing. And the combination of focused concentration and profound letting go, it's a paradoxical state of one is very much active and the other is very much passive. And you combine those in synergy in the quantum reaches of concentration and letting go. And that creates really states of mind that have no limit. And you can cultivate this over time. This is what meditation practices do. This is what mindfulness practices do, is to cultivate it systematically over time, to drop into deeper and deeper states of what we're calling the master state. Now we can talk more about the master state. And this master state is there's no limits to how deeply you can go in the master state. Of this paradoxical concentration of focus and surrender, relaxation, concentration and relaxation and surrender and so forth. Now, mystical traditions and people who've experienced deep states of this report very common experiences from whatever time in history and whatever place on the planet, whatever culture. There are common things that they nearly always say, 3 different things that they find when they really cultivate that state, besides being more effective, more fulfilling, and so forth. There are 3 things that they report experiencing that are amazing to experience in and of itself, which is what motivates people to meditate and do mindful practices and so forth. The first thing is a deep inner peace that has nothing to do with the circumstances around that are going on in your life. It's kind of like being deep in the ocean. Well, whatever's going on the surface, storm, sun, doesn't matter. You always have this deep state. And you can have this simultaneous thing of going through your life, the storms and the sunny days and all that, while at the same time you're anchored in this deep inner peace. Very, very helpful. Not just because it feels good, but you're going to be more effective at dealing with the storms, and you're going to enjoy the sunny days much more, the more you're anchored to this deep inner peace. The second thing that mystics report, and people who have experienced these deep states, is a happiness for no reason. Happy for no reason. And when we're happy for a reason, there's always this feeling like it's too good to be true or it can't last or something like that, because it's for a reason, and that reason can change. When we're connected to this deep state of happy for no reason, which is our essence, it's the core of our essence, then there's this sense of this, it's not too good to be true. It is true. We could leave it and come and go, but it doesn't go away. And there's also a state of this can last. It is lasting, whether we leave it or not. It's always there to be accessed. The more we can access this master state. The last thing that they generally report is some description or other of divine love. There's some kind of love that's transcendent, that's not anything like the romantic love. The closest thing probably is a parental love for a child. That's just, it's so deep and so fulfilling, that a little bit of that just creates this kind of joy of being that we can experience that no matter what we're going through, the storms, the sunny days, or whatever. There's the deep peace, there's the happiness for no reason, and there's this kind of I'm loved, or I am loving, or even I am love. That's who I am at my core. That's what people who've experienced deep states of this what we're calling the master state report. So there are a lot of rewards to be able to cultivate this master state. And the beauty is we can break it down to these 5 skills. You can practice it every day, and you will get better practicing that, and your life will get better in all ways. You won't always be able to attribute it to this practice because it's subtle and deep behind everything, but you'll find on reflection that your life is better in every way. So we're making this download available at no cost, and the reason is it will help you give your gifts better to the planet. Because if you're in this state, you will naturally be more in touch with your gifts. You'll naturally be more effective at giving your gifts. And we believe everyone on the planet needs to be given their gifts as best they can at this point. The huge challenges that we are having globally, and as a human species, we need everyone to be given their gifts as best they can. So I encourage you to do the daily practice long enough to really notice the benefits, so hopefully you'll continue over a period of time. And I want to talk a little bit about the benefits of daily practice, because that's something that I found to be crucial and one of the most powerful things to consider in your life. Just a little bit every day is likely to be way more powerful at changing your life than a lot at one time, because it builds habits, and then the habits build your life. It's not as noticeable, it's not as dramatic, but at this point I've come to value the daily practice evolutionary changes in my life much more than the revolutionary things. Those are great, but you can do both. So I focus in my life and in my coaching practice on cultivating daily, short, enjoyable practices that will build skills systematically so that you can evolve into the consciousness and the abilities that's being called forth for you to be able to give your gifts on the planet. So I'd love to hear from you on how this goes for you, and if you want some help in this and some assistance, I love coaching people on this. We can not only coach the master skills, but we can also coach the specific skills that you want those master skills to empower. So let me know how it goes, and set aside 3 weeks. Do this for 21 days, every day, and then see what happens. So thanks for watching, and I wish you well. I hope it goes really well for you, and that you find this as helpful as I've found it and a lot of other people have found it.